Hi, I'm Stacey J and this is my studio. I'd like to say welcome. Today is Monday, so if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Right. Today's Monday. So I thought what I might do is just do a small vlog every day this week to see what I'm up to, because well, my days seem to disappear so fast and I don't ever remember what happens in them. Wonder if that goes with my age or I don't know. Anyway, so today is Monday. I'm wearing one of my cowl necks. Now Karen has asked me to make a vlog. Well, she hasn't asked me to do it. I said and suggested would she like me to do a vlog on how to make a cowl neck top, because they are so flattering. I love them. I love them. So I'm wearing one of my cowl necks today. Now I'm wearing the black and white one, and I'm wearing the black and white one because I wanted to wear my Ugg boots. Now I know that sounds a little bit crass, but they're not Ugg boots. I wonder if I can get you down on the ground and show you my Ugg boots. These are a little bit sexy. Right, you're down. Don't worry about all the fluff and everything. And that pile of clothes, see that pile of clothes? That's from one client. Yeah, busy. Okay, now I've got a screen that goes black, so it's called a security screen or something like that. So here's my boots. Here's my little boots, and that little buckles on that side. So they are cute, wee Ugg boots. So I wanted to wear them today because I always get cold. You're coming back up now. I always get cold, and my footies get cold really easy. So yeah, so that's why I wore the black and white one today. It's like, oh, I'll wear that, and then I can wear black shoes. I'm that person. Yeah. So so today is Monday. I went out yesterday. I wore my new coat yesterday and everybody loved it, which is really cool. I do need to press it. I didn't press it, and I did find a pin in there when I was showing. There's this lovely guy, his name's Richard, and he actually owns a clothing store in Lambton Quay, which is in the middle of Wellington. Beautiful clothing in there, men's clothing. So the coat isn't exactly pressed, but there was a little hole in the lining that I was meant to hand sew. Sorry. She knows who I'm talking to. Right, and there's a little hole there that I didn't hand sew. I forgot all about that. I had a pin there, and I was showing the lining, which is, oh my gosh, kaboom. Isn't it so cool? And these beautiful buttons. I was going to sew it now. Normally I'm a self-covering button girl, but because this is such a plain exterior of the coat, I didn't do. I sort of gave the options to Mum. I gave her. I didn't make a button, but I just cut some out and went over the button and did the top layer. I didn't make the actual button. My son's tried to stick it over my head like a hood, which of course I wanted to hurt him. I'm going to let Willow out before she has a barking attack. I was about to talk to you while you guys were paused. There's a couple of things I think I would have done differently. As I might have mentioned, or if you have seen this coat talk last week, Saturday I think I did it. So this is collar, not colour. God, I don't know if my English is English, or is it Australian, or is it New Zealand. So I made this one here. Everything else has interlining. So it's got the top fabric, which is wool, then it's got interlining, which is flannelette, and then it's got this beautiful thick fabric that is my lining. And I don't know if you've heard me say this in the past, I don't use lining. I don't like lining. Lining is very delicate, so I use satin. And you can get more patterns in satin. Rhyming much. So that's why I like using satin as my lining. It's thicker, and if we're lining something, quite often we want it warmer, especially in this cold climate. And I like interlining because I need to have a couple of coats that are due to the fact that it's a cold climate and Stacey don't do cold. So this is You don't need to see my face. You see that regularly. So this is the coat on, and it does split. Now next time I think I'll do the back part in the wool and the front part in my lining. But oh, okay, there's something that's going to happen. My rings keep falling off. They keep falling off or spinning. I've got a little coil thing on the back of this ring that I picked up to thicken my rings because they keep falling off, and I wore them down here to put that on so that I would do it. This is one of my birthday presents I got a couple of years back. It was my grandmother's opal and 2 of her diamonds from her engagement ring, if I'm correct, and it keeps spinning too. And this is my smaller hand, but it spins. No, this is my bigger hand. So yeah, I've got to put the coils on it to keep it from spinning. Anyway, sidetracked, squirrel. Anyway, so this is so I was talking to Mum and I showed her the buttons, and this actually is such a plain exterior that the buttons just sort of pop. Yeah. So that's what I did with it. It does need a press. That's why I brought it down here, is to give it a little steam press. Now I don't press the sleeves hard. I press them, I do need to go back inside it actually, and just pull these back a bit so that they won't, because I've done it shorter than the actual coat itself. So when I did the sleeves and joined the sleeves in, which are all sewn in, there's only a little minimal hand sewing with the lining. I had to hand sew all the backs of the buttonholes and hand sew the buttons on. Obviously they're all shanked, and she wants back in. But yeah. So that's my coat, and I need to press it. That was what I was saying. Yes. So this lining will never come down. I did take about 5 mils shorter, but I do need to go in and just do some long stitches in with the seam to hold the actual lining back. I'm thinking about doing it in the shoulder as well, to keep the sleeve up into the sleeve head, but it should definitely do it. So what I was saying, wow, sorry guys, what I was saying is that is interlining in this. What I didn't do was I interfaced this both sides, but I didn't interline it, and I think if I interlined it, it would give a firmer hold. It's not that it's not holding up when I do that, but it's, yeah. There you go. That's the coat. It is a little bit too big for me, but I like to wear cardies under it. I went out with my big floral coat on the other day, and I wore a cardigan underneath it. It was freezing. I think it was Wednesday, because it was the day I went over to Mum's. Mum said, oh, the coat doesn't suit your pants. I said, I don't care, it's warm. So yeah, that was definitely something that I didn't care about, because normally I do have a thing where I don't wear my floral coat with something that doesn't suit, but I was freezing and I was going to singing, and I actually wore my whole coat and the jumper, and I had singlet, thermal top, jumper, cardi, and the coat on top while I sang. Not good for my lungs to expand too. Anyway, so actually I do have a couple of shout outs. I want to shout out to Gen C. Sounds like Gen Z, but Gen C, who is a new viewer to, I think what I'm gathering is she's a Kiwi, or if nothing, lives in New Zealand anyway. So hi, thank you for tuning into me and jumping on and making some comments. That is really, really lovely, and I super, super appreciate it. And yes, you're in my climate. So what I do is usually arrange around my climate, and but I don't restrict to making winter things in winter and summer things in summer. You know, the world keeps turning, so I might make a summer dress. I'm not going to trial it because it's so cold. But anyway, I don't know where Jen is in New Zealand, but hi. And I also want to shout out to my friend Mary, it's her birthday today. Happy birthday. It's beautiful and sunny in Auckland because I sent her a photo of Wellington, which was blue sky. Oh, more blue skies now. So it was blue skies, and it was beautiful blue skies in Auckland. So have a fantastic day, Mary. Thinking of you. And Jackie, sorry I missed your call. I am. So I will, this is my coat. I'm going to press it. When I press it, I'm going to steam it and just use my hand to press it down on my hems and things like that. Go through and do a full press. It is so beautiful and warm. I'm actually don't really want to take this coat off right now, but I'm going to because, anyway, so everybody loved my coat yesterday. In it is my tag in the back. I have a real bad habit of forgetting to put labels in. Really bad habit. And I'd already sewed the lining in, but I hadn't sewn it down from the bottom yet. So, and it's fully bagged. The lining is fully bagged, and I still have the hole in my sleeve that I pulled it out. But it does have the label down here, which says, life isn't perfect, but your outfit can be. That is also one of my bylines on my business card. I've had that on there for years because it can be. That's why we sew, okay? That's why we definitely sew, is to make it perfect. Speaking of perfect, if you haven't watched my Friday, I had the lovely Rosemary. She came to me on Tuesday last week, and we went through some blouse, a particular blouse. Actually, she accidentally left the envelope. She had 2 patterns of it, and I'll show you. So this was what we played with. We played with Simplicity 8061. She's a bit like me, buys patterns, forgets we have patterns. So we had fun. It was a great day. It was a full day. So I was actually quite tired by Friday. 2 days of full-on having humans in this room, learning and also sewing. So it was, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And then on Saturday, I had my student, and we went through buttonholes because she is going to make a collared shirt because she wants to wear ties. Now this wee thing is 14, and I remember when I used to wear ties to work when I was a civilian, not when I was military. So it was like obviously later after I'd left the military, because between militaries in Australia and New Zealand I built houses with Dad, so didn't wear ties. Actually I wore bikini tops and shorts in summer. Funny. I did have other guys come to site, so I put a t-shirt on, and when it was just Dad and I. But he used to shove me on the roof because he didn't like working on the roof, so I used to go and have to nail the roof down. So funny. Anyway, so we made glasses. We made E. Okay, so we went through, I'm not going to tell you what we altered for her because that's personal for her. We made a few alterations to make the fit. The fit around the neck was gorgeous on her. So we left that, obviously, and we did all the other alterations to work. Now, one thing I did find, and I personally myself, these are drawn, okay? These are drawn on, so they can make them look however they want. So please, when you buy a pattern and it's got the drawings on it, they're drawings. They're not humans wearing the clothes. So they can make it fit beautifully. And she has absolutely no reason for that. 1 second. It's just the birds. So we had fun doing that. It's quite a personal thing because you are going, well, this is this and this is that and this is this, but we all have to do it. So we all don't have the our bodies aren't scripted to what patterns are made nowadays. I had a few references that we could that helped Rosemary identify things like high waist and things like that. Just, I don't know. Just aha moments, which is really good because it's the aha moments that make you go, huh, it's not me, it's them. And that's what it's about. So that was a fun Tuesday. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. I have a lovely client coming in at 11 today. I've never met her, so actually she's going to be a lovely client. She's rang me a couple of times. I have ball dresses to do. The ball is on Saturday. I have a client, I have a young Jess. She is a regular of mine. Her ball, I think she's year 13. She used to be in singing, doing singing comps, and in major minors that my daughter was in as well, which is a singing competition, singing choir. What other sort of choir is that? Anyway, I had a client, she came with her mum, and she'd been communicating with me, not the mum, the daughter, who's in year 12, which is the second to last year of high school. And the mum came in with her when they came with the dress, which is what I'm working on today. And I'm looking at the mum going, oh, I know her. She goes, she said your daughter, she was in a major minors, wasn't she? I said, yeah, it was harmonics. Yeah. She said, yeah. She said, you know me from that? And I went, oh, thank you. I was like, it's just so small down here in Upper Hutt. It's like Kyogle in Australia, tiny little town. Well, actually, it's getting bigger. Kyogle, I actually don't know how big Kyogle is now, but I don't know why I picked Kyogle as the town. I just know Kyogle. Anyway, so yeah, so there you go. So I'm working on a yellow is the ball dress colour this year. Who'd have thunk it? So I've had 2 yellow dresses now and 1 gold dress. So really kind of yellow all around. Hey, so that's what I'm working on today. And what else do I want to say? That's about it. Maybe tomorrow you'll see if I finish that ball dress. It is quite full. It's quite a full dress, and it's 2 layers, so. And all the others that I have done have been picked up. So I don't know what Jess's ball dress looks like. So hopefully it's not a full skirt. Because it's a lot of work. Anyway, so that's me. I'm going to go now. I have that day ahead of me. Got the heaters on. I'm seeing my client at 11, which it is currently 9:30. And then I am doing a suit for her husband, just making sure it fits properly. It's their daughter's wedding. January. Miss Impatient one's back in. So I'm going to say bye. See you tomorrow. Take care. Stay well, stay dry, keep cool, keep on sewing. Hydrate. Have no regrets. Save face this summer. See you later. Bye.
Subscribe, like, and share, just to let me know that you care.